we're here today at Kyocera's service centre. Kyocera make printers, they make a whole load of reproduction equipment, and they do that really, really well. I've taken numerous products apart, and they're some of the best designed in terms of disassembly and longevity of any of the printers that I've seen. So the whole aim of the work we're doing with Kyocera is to understand how we can close the loop in numerous ways on their printers, on their products generally, and how the current re-regulation systems hinder or help that kind of changed business model. And what we're finding is, because this is a Japanese company, and because they design products for the Japanese recovery system, there's circularity built into a whole load of things that Kyocera do. That isn't the case for all manufacturers, and consequently we're trying to draw the lessons out of this and apply it generally to this sector. So there's some really interesting things when you're refurbishing or reprocessing or even recovering and recycling an old product like this. Little issues like toner being in places that it would normally be in, it's understandable that it's there, massively increases the cost of recovery and reprocessing. So if we can remove toner before shipping things back or shipping things for reprocessing, we can significantly change the economics of the situation.
There's no one item that you could pinpoint and say, yes, we want that out of everything, but there are a number of components out of a machine which you can reutilise. However, if the machine's been used, so it's a faulty return that's come back, there are a number of components that you couldn't reuse.
So with that research, we then structured a workshop that invited key stakeholders into Kyocera's showroom to share their insights a little bit further, collaborate and communicate potential ways forward that they think will shape the future of the industry.
The thing I've learned today is the intrinsic value to some of the parts. I mean, you know, as I said in the workshop, we probably would have scrapped devices without realising the potential value in those devices.
The processes are available, but the people operating the processes don't have an easy way of identifying which products are suitable for the processes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of getting that information flow right through from the bill of materials to the kind of, you know, tools for disassembly or whatever, and making sure that all the relevant people in the supply chain have access to that information as easily as possible.
The outcomes of the work that we've been doing are now shaping the way that we're designing the relationships between Kyocera stakeholders and facilitating further communication, collaboration, and the sharing and better performance of Kyocera products, as well as how they're disassembled and reprocessed at the end of life.
I think there's some really interesting ideas came out of the conversations, and there's definitely at least half a dozen things that I'm actively going to follow up to see whether we can actually make them happen. So I thought the whole thing was fascinating. It was really, really good.